So listen, this is an exciting one. We're talking structured products linked to digital asset indices. Ooh, they say. So Mark, you're from Zerocap. Give us a little bit, just before we get into actually what the product is and why this is so interesting for now. Tell us a little bit about your firm.
Yeah, sure, man. Good morning. Thanks for having me. My name's Mark Hiriart. I'm the head of sales at Zerocap in Australia. We're a leading institutional platform for digital assets in Australia, regulated.
Yep.
We offer a range of services, OTC, market making. We have a custody offering, and we also have a derivatives desk, one of the biggest in Australia, actually in the region as well. So one of the most comprehensive. So do a bunch of stuff, but really excited today to be here with you guys and launching this product with CoinDesk.
Beautiful. So my name is Alan Campbell. I'm president of CoinDesk Indices. We are in the business of developing indices and working with issuers to bring novel kind of investment products to market. And so we're very fortunate to work with Mark on this. What is the product that we're here to launch today?
Yeah, sure. So we're actually going to launch a series of structured products on the CoinDesk Indices, and more specifically the CD20.
Yeah.
The initial one is going to be a principal protected structure, one of the first of its kind, and it's going to offer investors some partial principal protection, but also some upside to the performance of the CD20 index, which is like a broad-based crypto index. Obviously, you guys have developed.
Yeah.
We think this is really exciting because as with Trumponomics and things like this, we can have a lot of new entrants to the market. They're going to want exposure to crypto, but they might not want to bet the house. So this is like a gentle way for them to get involved and get broad-based exposure whilst protecting some of their capital.
Yeah. Do you guys know what CoinDesk 20 is? Not so much, maybe. It's the most traded digital asset index in the world. A total volume of about 13.5 billion since we launched it a year ago. It trades mainly as a perpetual future on the bullish exchange, and it does approximately $1 billion a month. So this is a very important and growing asset and piece of market structure for the industry. And so Mark and his team are thinking about how to bring this to life in a novel way. What does this product do? Like, there's clearly structured products not new. What is the gap that you see? What is really the opportunity? And who are you targeting? Like, who's this for?
Yeah, sure. So I think if you look at, let's say, the traditional finance world, equities, for example, if an investor, say in Hong Kong, wants broad-based tech exposure, they would look at like the NASDAQ or the QQQ ETF.
Yeah.
In crypto, we don't really have anything like that up until now. So people would either buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe they go to Solana, or they maybe go to the other end of the spectrum and go memes, right? And It's hard to build a basket that represents that sort of broader-based exposure. So the CD20 is great at that, and what we're now doing is using that CD20 underlying and then wrapping product around it. And the good thing about structured products, you can tailor the profile to people's investment outcomes. If they want something more conservative, they want some yield, they want some raciness, with leverage, we can do all those kind of things.
Okay.
So the great thing is, so we've got the CD20 underpins it, and then we can tweak the payoffs depending on what investor class we're going after.
Okay. You guys are engineers in a way. Volatility is a kind of key component of crypto.
Yep.
Is there any risk that we're kind of over-financializing, over-engineering these products and kind of perhaps detracting from what is appealing to many people?
Yeah, sure. I think historically, we know crypto is quite a complex asset class, and barriers to entry are quite high for you got to run different pieces of software and things like this.
Yeah.
So I think historically running structured products and crypto was like difficulty squared, and it's probably not resonated that much until now.
Right.
I think, however, with the introduction of the IBIT, the spot ETF from BlackRock, you're opening up this marketplace to an incumbent or legacy sector that's never been there before, and a lot of these guys are used to these kind of products. So if we can give them something simple to shoehorn into that existing framework, I don't think it's over-engineering. And I think over time you're going to just see more and more of this as people get more familiar with crypto. They're going to want to see familiar payoffs and structured products or ETFs or loans, collateralized loans, whatever it is. These are going to come to the market. So I think having a broad-based index outside of Bitcoin and outside of the tail of assets is going to be really helpful to express that.
Just finally, we're nearly at time. What how do you address a larger market? How do you cast the net even wider to beyond maybe it's high net worth or maybe it's family offices? Like, what is there a catalyst? Is there going to be a moment where structured products, which these are super interesting and highly defined in structured products, how do you get that bigger audience?
Yeah, sure. I think Asia is a very structured product dominated market. The volumes on derivatives outweigh spot in traditional assets by a multitude of factors. Yeah. What we need is a bit more of the plumbing to come. I speak to a lot of the private banks up here in Hong Kong. There is interest, but the frameworks and from a legal plumbing, security, custody, settlement, things not quite there. So I think as regulation becomes clearer, and I think SFC are doing that up in Hong Kong. Yeah. SEC will do that in the US. Over this year, hopefully that becomes more crystallized. Then that will open the pathway for these banks to get involved. And I think when the banks start getting involved, you'll see the volumes and the demand for this stuff skyrocket.
I would tend to agree with that. We're going to call it here. If you have more interest to talk and hear more about structured products with Mark and any of the team at CoinDesk, we have a booth somewhere on this floor. Come and chat to us. Mark, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Cheers. Thank you.
Buddy.